Get. Top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Pope, your host that do the most. Welcome to the Just Being Frank show. Did you see the intro? Did it? Shout out to William H. Films hooking me up with the dope intro, man. If you need your intro, holla at William H. Films. He be around in all the chats. Follow him on Instagram. I believe same name for sure. So, hey, listen. Shout out to you, my G. Now let's get into some Erica Wheeler and Lexi Brown sit down and talk. Okay, talk some old WNBA before Caitlin Clark came around, right? Before the Caitlin Clark effect sparked everything up. How the WNBA was before then, and we're gonna learn a little bit about Lexi Brown's her journey around the WNBA and her basketball career, right? Bring a little bit. I thought it was interesting, especially since she ran her mouth for a little bit about Caitlin Clark on Gil's Arenas when she was talking about, what does she do special? Shoot threes, And it's like, well, what do you do special? Who are you? Anyway, who are you? Because we never heard of you until you talking on this. I didn't even know that you was a basketball player while you was talking on Gil's Arena. But now that we know you're a basketball player, now we know that you was hating on Caitlin Clark and you didn't try to retract statements and all kind of stuff like that and act like you wasn't playing but with a fool. Okay. Now, we get to hear about your career a little bit because we really have not talked about your career. We seen you play last year and seen Caitlin cook you in one of the games, and the other games you was hurt, right, Lexi Brown. And again, Erica Wheeler, she used to be an old teammate of Caitlin Clark, just in case y'all didn't know that. She got released this year, and I don't know if she's been picked up or not. I don't even think she has been picked up yet. Y'all can let me know in the chat. Has Erica Wheeler found a team yet? I think she has. Anyway, let's listen in.
Growing up, like seeing him play, like, did you see, like, okay, boom, my dad out here killing. This is what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I was really young when he was playing, and one of the times I could remember he was like older and
right.
Like, he was injured and stuff like that. So when I realized that I wanted to be a professional basketball player is actually when he was coaching in the WNBA. So a lot of people don't know he coached in the WNBA. So
Who?
He coached the Silver Stars and he coached the Miracle. So those two teams don't even exist anymore.
I don't remember the
Wait, what players that we know that played on those teams?
I remember the Silver Stars team. I don't remember Miracle.
Who was on?
I don't know what that was.
You know Taj, who works in the office?
Yes, I just saw her at the hotel.
She was on his team. Pee Wee Johnson.
Yes.
She was on the Orlando team. Katie Douglas.
Okay, I know Katie. No, for real, he coached too?
Early 2000s. Yeah. So Orlando first and then San Antonio. And that's like the first time I really saw the WNBA. So I was like,
I did not know that. That's the gym. We got to make sure we clip that. I did not know your dad coached two WNBA teams. I thought he just played in the NBA.
No, he coached.
Where's that at on the internet? It's not.
People like to ignore things.
They were saying he was a slam dunk contest winner.
That's it. But I'm like,
did he? Was he a head coach? And let me know in the chat. I need investigation. Was her dad a head coach? Was he a winning coach? Because it's probably on the internet, but probably not because maybe he really didn't do nothing. She said 2 seasons, I believe. So that's really not a long time. And only 2 seasons. Did you win in those 2 seasons? Did you have losing seasons? Was you the head coach or was you an assistant pimp? I mean, internet relevancy. Where is it?
He was literally a coach.
I did not see
that.
A
coach,
and
player development coach, a defensive coach, an assistant. Again, like, what was it?
That's when I got to be with those women up close and personal. I was in practices. I was at shoot-arounds. I was in the locker room.
Oh, wow.
That's a great experience, though.
So you was able to get...
So you was all doing all that. You still ended up terrible. That's terrible.
A real close view of what it was like to be a WNBA player at that time.
Yeah, and it was
professional basketball player as a dad. Grew up around women's basketball as a kid, and you still was terrible.
Glamorous at all, but I was a kid, so to me, I thought it was like the most amazing thing ever.
Right.
But when you have conversations with like Taj and stuff like that, they're like, "That was the mess. It was ghetto. It was bad. It was a mess." Yeah, but we still talk about like how
it was a mess. Wow, it was ghetto. hood, the beginning. Jeez.
The league was like 6-7 years ago. We have like things like, I can't believe we was doing this. We was sharing rooms.
No, we was
7
definitely
years ago?
sharing rooms. I was just telling Natalie and Tom what I was like, bro, we really was sharing rooms and you was talking in your sleep before games. Like you literally was no Nat. You was talking in your sleep.
You gotta leave room to get on FaceTime with their
Listen,
booze.
you gotta leave out the room.
Sitting in the lobby at midnight.
But at the time, like, we living the dream.
Living the dream.
No, look,
Like,
for
real.
Sitting in the airports.
But for me, like, I'm not gonna
Sitting in the airports. Sitting in the air. Hold on, let's go back just a little bit because again, they were sharing rooms. Now, I don't think they mean like 2 people to a room. I think when they said share a room, probably like half the team in one room with 2 beds. And they was on cots and whatnots. They was on cots and whatnots. All the other players. This is crucial. Or they probably was in the embassy suites where they had the pull-out beds. Got the embassy suites where they got the living room with the pull-out bed. Plus, you can get the double bed. So you got the 2 beds in there. That's 3 beds. And you get 3 cots. You feel me? And you got 6 players in this room, 6 players in another room, and coaches in another room. 3 rooms for a WNBA team at the embassies. They had to share 3 rooms amongst a whole squad. That's insanity. That's all they could afford. That's why I'm like, where do y'all think all this money came from? This is just a few years ago that Lexi, she tried to say 6 years. No, about 2-3 years ago, same thing was happening. You were sharing rooms. Don't try to say 6 years, 7 years ago. No, 2 years ago, you were sitting in airports. You were getting on Greyhound buses. You was sharing rooms just 2 years ago before Caitlin Clark. Now, Caitlin Clark, chartered flights, nice hotels, or embassy suites is nice too. Don't get me wrong, but now you're probably only 2 to a room now. You know what I mean? 2 to a room, but both people got a bed. You probably got the living room. You know, with the embassy suites, you get the living room. That's what I'm saying.
I was like, bro, we really was sharing rooms and you was talking in your sleep before games. Like you literally was no Nat. You was talking in your sleep.
People had to leave room to get on FaceTime with their booze.
Stop patting your hair. It is dead, Lexi. Your hair it's the horse. They killed the horse that they took that hair from. And it's stop petting it. Okay? It ain't going nowhere. It's
you gotta leave out the room.
Sitting in the lobby at midnight.
But at the time, like, we living the dream.
Living the dream.
No,
it
look,
didn't giddy up nowhere.
Sitting in the airports.
But for me, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, low key, take this out. So you done seen the WNBA.
Hold on. Why are you taking away? I thought you was being blunt. What? Sitting in the airports and then low key what? Hold on. Let's try to dissect.
No, we was definitely sharing rooms. I was just telling Natalie and Tom what I was like, bro, we really was sharing rooms and you was talking in your sleep before games. Like you literally was no Nat. You was talking in your sleep.
People had to leave room to get on FaceTime with their booze.
You gotta leave out the room.
Sitting in the lobby at midnight.
But at the time, like, we living the dream.
Living the dream.
No, look,
like,
for
sitting in the airports.
But for me, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, low key, take this out. So you done seen the WNBA from the
literally
bottom, from the really from the start to like what it is now.
I have such a crazy
See, for me too. Just on the fact that y'all know where y'all was and where you are possibly headed with having Caitlin Clark effect happen to you and living in this time, and the fact that y'all aren't humble or what's the word I'm looking for? Like appreciative. And that's not even the word I'm looking for because that don't sound right. It's to be able to recognize the shift happened because of this player, Caitlin Clark, who a lot of y'all love to hate on, and that the fact that y'all on chartered flights now, that y'all are staying in better hotels now, You don't no longer have to wait in airports anymore. And they keep talking about food and things of that nature too. Let's let them keep cooking. But the difference is insane to me on how it used to be for these ladies, and then how it is now. And they know it just happened and why it happened. There's no way you don't know. You lived through it. How it was trash. It was ghetto. It was hood. Like these players are saying, not me, not you. What they saying. They had to share rooms, all of this type of stuff. They didn't have food. They later on go on to talk about that. I don't know if I even want to touch on or keep going. Let me see that. I already said we would. So let's go. Let's see.
And for it, which is why, like, the way my career's gone, for me at the beginning, it was always so confusing to me why I've struggled so much to like find a comfortable environment because I love the W so much because I've been around it since I've been a kid. So that's why I feel like I've been able to stay around this long despite all the weird things that I've experienced. Is because I love
the appreciation of it. Yeah. Even if it wasn't the best situation, you still made the most of it. But make no mistake, God is doing everything for a reason. What it is? Amen. You ask for what? A locker room? What you get?
A facility.
Come on. You just wanted a little locker.
I just wanted a place to put my shoes.
Listen, you got a whole locker room. I heard it's a sauna. I heard it's a cold tub, a hot tub, a lounge area, food. They get food.
I'm living there.
I've been blessed to
be living there.
They
get food.
To get food in Atlanta, Indiana, in LA. I don't know what experience you had, but I've never not got food.
Listen to this conversation. Food? Are we talking about food? You're a professional basketball player, and you're talking about going somewhere and getting food? That's how bad it was. That just tells me that's how bad it was.
Nah, we're gonna talk about.
We got food this past year.
You got food this past year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody got food this past year. Everybody ate. You see that? They talking about food. That's how bad the WNBA was before Caitlin Clark came in. Y'all got the nerve to not give this girl her flowers and her praise. The way, I mean, you don't gotta praise it like that. I keep saying it's a word. I'm gonna figure it out. It's a word I'm looking for, and if you can help me out with a chat, it's much nicer framed. But it's like y'all can't give her just dues. And just on the surface level, bottom line, just give her just dues, because y'all used to not even get food at a lot of places. Food. Right. And we already know, yes, mostly every mainstream professional franchise, they got, lounge where it's food and all kind of different stuff and area for y'all to eat and eat good. And so the fact that, it's like, man, y'all didn't even have food. Y'all didn't even have places where you could get a nice little quick, nice, healthy snack and healthy meal real quick, And now y'all got it all. And so that's what, like you heard, Lexi, we got food now. Yeah, we had food last year. Yeah, it's Caitlin Clark effect. She feeding at the league. And so the fact that you don't realize that, you didn't have food before in LA. And now you got food, and I'm sure every last, 12 teams? I bet you every team had food now. Everybody at least had food. You might not have had the greatest practice facility. You might still be playing in a high school gym when Caitlin Clark ain't in town. But you probably had some food, and you had a chartered flight. And so if you can't see, okay, now this is a big shift from before because we couldn't even afford food to feed us. Caitlin Clark is feeding us literally. And we can't even give her just due. That's a damn shame. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Season is almost on the way. It's the Pope. Peace and love. I can't wait. And I'm out.